for the White House and possibly lead to a federal indictment?
I'm not concerned because I know what the facts are. I never sent or received any material marked classified. I cannot control what the Republicans leak and what they are contending, but I know what the facts are, and I will just keep putting them out there. This is something that I think is very clear about what happened, and I know it will be over and resolved at some point.
Okay, now, Judge Anna Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst, good day to you.
Morning, Bill.
She's doing a lot more interviews than she's ever done because she's in a tough race in Iowa, tough race in New Hampshire. This topic comes up each and every time. How is she handling it?
She's not handling it well at all, in my opinion, from a legal perspective, Bill. Politically, it's obvious that she's slipping in the polls in Iowa and New Hampshire. But the more she tries to act like there's no legal problem, the more she mocks the seriousness of what this is. Earlier in the interview you just ran, she said, oh, this was about a New York Times story that was 2 months old involving a drone. This was not about a New York Times story. It is not 2 months old. This information, which was just revealed by the Inspector General, an Obama appointee, a personal appointee of the President of the United States, is so highly sensitive, she couldn't possibly have accidentally received or opened it. Because in order to open it once you receive it, you have to enter special codes, and those codes change hourly, so you have to ask what the codes are. There are very few people who have access to those codes. The FBI agents investigating her don't have access to those codes.
Because it is so sensitive.
How sensitive is it? I'll give you an example. I don't know what this one is, but it's an example of names of moles, people employed by foreign governments that are also secret agents for us, names of the American handlers of those moles, black ops, dirty things the government does, which if exposed, the government will deny. Ongoing intelligence operations, which, if known to the enemy, would result in the termination of the operation and probably the death of the people involved in them. That's how sensitive this material is.
Her side is saying that the only reason this is coming up now is because 2 Republican senators pushed the Intelligence Committee Inspector General, Charles McCullough. They pushed his hand and forced him to release information that everyone had known about 6 months ago. True or not?
I don't know what everyone knew 6 months ago. I do suspect that the FBI has known about this before it was recently released. There obviously are political motivations here, because this is such a serious charge against her that many Democrats will flee from her in droves if the FBI recommends indictment. Even if the Justice Department doesn't accept that recommendation, it'd be very difficult for Democrats to support her even with that recommendation, because the FBI's investigation is a neutral, professional one through the eyes of law enforcement and national security. It is not a political investigation. These senators may be conducting a political investigation, but that's not what the FBI is doing.
There's a town hall in Iowa later tonight. I would imagine it will come up.
I would
we'll
think
see
so.
how it's explained then. Thank you, Judge. Anna Napolitano.
You're welcome.
Good to see you. Martha, what's next?